Join me in painting some cute animals with a positive message. For the past few years, I've been doing my own colour-themed art challenge during July. However, in 2024, I ended up kind of skipping it, at least formally, as a lot of my creative endeavours fell by the wayside as other and more important things had to take precedence. That's life, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one who has had years like that. While I had mostly discounted my annual art challenge, at the end of July I figured out I still wanted to do something for me and not for everyone else. So the art challenge was still on, of sorts. But as I had decided to do this very last minute, I didn't share the colour palettes beforehand like I usually did, and I didn't post every day for a month. Instead of 30 images, I ended up with just 15, and they were spread out over 4 months. Some things didn't change though, such as starting off with a bunch of sketches, which of course helped me narrow down what kind of image I wanted to create. The sketch phase also included trying out different colour palettes, which isn't really how my art challenge would work, but is closer to how I would work with certain other images. Additionally, I had not fully decided on the colour palette when I started the first image, so while drawing I would still change things around slightly to see what would work and what wouldn't. However, whatever colour palette I landed on, that would be set for the next 2 images as they are meant to belong in the same series. The little fox among the flowers is here to remind us to breathe, but it's also a slightly different take on stop and smell the roses. In this context, breathe means both to take a breather and to stop and wait. But to me, it also means taking in what's happening and resetting. And part of that is also making sure that we don't take things for granted. The theme for this series is animals with positive reminders and messages, or positivity animals if you'd like. And that kind of goes well with the premise of the series in general, and how I changed my annual challenge to do something for myself, to be kind to myself, as well as being hopeful. Because sometimes we all need a reminder to take care of ourselves. At least I know I do, and I especially did when creating this series. This little capybara in a hot spring brings a reminder of treating yourself, be it by doing or getting something you want. I know it might sound like it's a way of bribing yourself to do things, and I guess in a way it kind of is. However, I see it more as pushing ourselves to acknowledge that we are doing a good job. It's also about rewarding ourselves for doing our best, even if what we're working on isn't fully done, because sometimes we need that pick-me-up and little rewards to keep going on a difficult task, rather than just when the work is completed. What we do holds value, and sometimes we kind of forget that and just go through the motions. And in order to appreciate ourselves and the stuff we do, we got to give ourselves at least a pat on the back. But oftentimes we deserve a whole lot more than that, and we should be sure to treat ourselves a little. This is probably my favourite image in the bunch. I love the pose, I love the little squishy face and its expression, but I also love the message it has. Rest is part of the process, because rest is productive. What I mean by that is that we often sacrifice rest in order to complete things. That means skipping a break or even working through the night. We've all done it, right? Thing is, sometimes if we had a little rest instead, we could have saved a bit of time. Being tired means that we work slower, but we are also prone to making mistakes. So chances are, by pushing through to get things done, we may take longer than we would have had we been rested. And similarly, if we make mistakes, we'll end up having to fix them, which again takes time. So again, we might have finished sooner had we had a rest. So rest is important in order to be productive, even if it sounds counterproductive. And yes, I know that it's not always possible to rest, but if you can, please do. If you've gotten this far into the video, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are able to breathe and remind yourself that you are awesome, celebrate your wins, and rest a bit more. But most of all, I hope you are able to be kind to yourself. Thank you for watching.